be able to really appreciate the craftsmanship.
Gotta love. Oh, Blake's got aces.
So many big hands.
I like the craftsmanship of those rockets, bro.
Nice.
Whoa! Okay.
Well.
What about this run good were you talking about?
Just wait. He's going to flop the last queen.
Oh, okay.
It ain't over yet.
I didn't know that. And he is going to 3-bet. Obviously, that is a perfectly fine play.
Oh, yeah. You want to isolate.
Relatively small 3-bet, but whatever. That's fine.
It's totally fine. Blake?
Is Blake going to 4-bet, or is he just going to call?
I think you should 4-bet. They're really deep.
Yeah, 4-betting is not a terrible idea, that's for sure.
Like, let's change up that stack to pot. Looks like he is going to reach for some of the big chips. And I don't know what Digital Dan's supposed to do except call here. I don't know if he can really 5-bet profitably.
Wait,
Looks like a big bet.
No, it's
okay,
those are greens.
Okay. It's 325?
It's a super small bet.
Never mind on everything I
350.
said. It is almost it's not a click back, but it's very small.
It's kind of terrifying, the size of this bet.
I think, well, when we're this deep, we have a very easy call.
Yeah, we can set mine.
It would be absurd to put in another bet here where we might just get action only from the really big hands. But your hand is way too good to fold.
Yep.
And, of course, Digital Dan, as I already said, is going to flop the best hand.
And he's got 2 live flush draws, so don't forget about that.
Yeah, well, that could be part of it. We might go heart, 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 river, another heart, win the whole thing.
There's 2 of the hearts, but this is a bad flop for Dan.
Incredibly good flop for Blake. Dan never has pocket deuces, never has 1-8 in his hand.
Never has 2 8s in his hand, really.
Pretty much never has 2 8s in his hand, but doesn't have ace-8 ever.
The only
or
thing
9-8.
Blake should be worried about is like ace king of hearts.
And you know, that's not so bad. You got great equity against that too.
Right. And he bets big.
How big is 575? Wow, that is a big.
It's
really
essentially
big
a
bet.
pot-sized bet, and Dan doesn't like it. Look at Dan's face there. He knows something's up.
Well, I mean, Blake has given him all the signals to say. Dan's trying to think. I think would he play jacks like this, right?
I think
Would he play tens like this?
Would he play ace king like this? Would he even bet the flop with ace king? And if he did, would it be this size?
I guess if he had ace king of hearts, he might play it just like this.
Maybe, but that is one combo, as you said, and our equity against that hand is not amazing.
No, in fact, it's like it's
about
about 50-50. Yeah, it's not. And that's like the hand we're praying for. Oh, look at the way he's like playing with the cards.
I think this is a fold.
Do you see the way he just played with the cards there a little bit? That's very strong.
Even just range based, I think this is an optimal play is to fold here for Dan.
I mean, how often have we seen someone 4-bet and not have a huge hand?
Right.
Almost never.
Like you said, Blake pretty much never has jacks here.
Have we ever seen Blake 4-bet light in this game? I don't think so.
No, 3-bet light maybe, but not 4-bet, especially when he opened over a Marty under the gun limp and then Dan 3-bet.
I mean, Digital Dan, tighter range, and he does let it go. Great fold by
That is a
Digital
great
Dan.
fold, and a lot of you are probably going to think that's a super nitty fold and that it's we're being results-oriented and saying it's a good fold, but I genuinely believe against Blake's range that is the correct play.
I mean, if you think about Digital Dan's 3-betting range is pretty tight, Blake's 4-betting range is insanely tight. Digital Dan, it would have been completely reasonable to call there once.